I sympathize with them greatly. I believe that I came back from Vietnam in 1967, and here it is 1971. I still haven't seen the end of the war in sight yet. He says he's winding the war down. I still see massive reports of casualties of Vietnamese people themselves who I identify greatly with. I consider them just as much a human being as Americans. And I'm appalled that 4 to 5 years have gone by since I've come back, and that they're still going on. And these people are directly confronting the government and trying to slow them down, to show them that they will not stand for the war to go on. And I sympathize greatly with what they're doing. Last week, 1,000 veterans, Vietnam veterans, served in Dewey Canyon 3 in Washington, D.C. It was named Dewey Canyon 3 because of the names for the illegal incursions into Laos and Cambodia. Dewey Canyon 1 was an illegal incursion in 1969, brought out by testimony in Detroit at the Winter Soldier investigation there. And Dewey Canyon 2 is the present operation in the Laos. We named ours Dewey Canyon 3 because we felt the incursion should be brought home to our government. We lobbied, we saw congressmen, I went to the Pentagon, we went to the Supreme Court, we asked them to rule on the war, and in general we're trying to bring home the fact that the Vietnam veterans who served in that war are disgusted with it, are sickened by it, and want it ended now before another person dies, before any more Vietnamese die, and before any more GIs die. And is returning this as part of the whole spring action to try and end this war as soon as possible. On May 2nd here in Los Angeles, well, there was legislation introduced just before we were there by Senator McGovern. I was there at the Senate Foreign Relations meeting when he was before the Senate Foreign Relations meeting, and he presented it to that committee for asking the President to set a definite date for withdrawal. What I felt we accomplished is to finally show the American people that if they're asking for peace, that we as veterans, Vietnam veterans who served in that country, fought, saw our brothers die there, are finally coming together to see it ended, and end it now, as soon as possible, before another person dies. And by our action itself, we've presented the government with a contradiction they cannot possibly resolve. Here's people who fought in a war that's still going on coming to protest that war to tell them to end it. And we're trying to bring this out to the American people as much as possible, and finally get the American people to demand an end to the war.
Mr. Shaw, there were 6 million Americans involved so far.
You know, the VFW is usually a traditional...
Or could you tell us whether your group is sympathetic to the activities in Washington today and yesterday?
So are you talking about the People's Coalition for Peace and Justice? Their actions?
Those that are forming carpets in front of the Pentagon and other
Vietnamese as well?
Do I what?
The connotation.
Or still continuing?
Do you protest that they do?
The Vietnamese. The Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese also wound other people. Are you protesting their part of the
We feel
war?
that they're fighting for their independence.
By taking over.
It's okay for
And,
them, but not okay for us. Is that
well,
what you're saying? Now
Washington...
that's the implication we're drawing here. Now what I'm trying to do is, do you protest their actions in engaging in war as our actions in engaging in war as well?
No.
Are any of you members of the Communist Party of America?
No.
Anybody can congratulate us.
You felt we were doing a great job, too.
I thought you were doing a fine job.
So did we.
We're not doing it for the North Vietnamese or...
I've never been contacted by the Communist Party. I've never been approached by them. I've never got a letter from Moscow or Peking. I'm doing this out of my own experience and my own conscience and my own ideal of what I think America should be and what America should be doing. And I think that we are wrong in being in Vietnam. I think we are killing people out of a policy that is not related to the benefits and the security of the United States. I think it's for the gain of individual select groups in the United States, and that I think this war should be ended now.
If there were any direct relationship.
This United Farm Workers Organizing Committee organizer for East LA area.
There's no hurry for us, huh?